Previously on our journey of love.
So, what are some things that you are trying to break away from that you've either experienced or seen as far as romantic relationships? You know,
Growing up.
growing up, yeah.
Making sure that I'm not making my partner feel unneeded.
Okay.
So, because I was brought up by my mother, who is a very strong, independent woman, um, and she always talked to us about whatever it is that you want in life, you work for it. You don't depend on a man. You get a house. Like her advice would be, you get a house, you make sure you put the house under your name so that way he can't kick you out. I wouldn't say it was an issue, but I made you aware of it. And then you weren't home a lot to play your PlayStation.
Yeah.
And then when you brought it back, it just did something.
When I
This time
brought
I'm
it
just
over
like,
for the
yeah,
first
you brought
time?
it over to my house, and I was like, oh my gosh. So, yeah,
Hi, friends. Welcome back to part 2.
I did
I'm
good.
working on it too.
I did good. Anyway, I know one another thing that I definitely wanted to break away from is settling for less than when I know what I give.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely not
Now, is
just
that
taking
partner wise or within your relationship? Like,
both. So not settling for a partner who isn't giving me that time and energy. And also within the relationship, because it goes hand in hand.
yeah.
So if that person is um, if if they're cheating, if they're infidelity, or they're consistently lying, they're consistently not telling the truth, withholding information, not being open, or just downright acting like, again, I don't need to be in this relationship, or truly acting like I could care less if I'm in this relationship or not.
Right.
It's like, well, so why are we in this relationship then? Why are we wasting each other's time? So definitely not like I said, not settling for anything other than getting back what I'm giving out.
You want someone to reciprocate with you.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely, it has to be equally reciprocated in order for it to work. Because if I'm giving all this love and affection and I'm not getting anything in return, it's like, what's the point? It's like, I say it as a boxing match. You got to have somebody to fight on the other side, right? So our relationship is the goal. We're fighting each other, but if you don't come out, I'm just swinging and swinging and swinging, and there's nothing. And I'm going to get tired at some point from fighting the air. So yeah, I need somebody to fight with.
You need someone to love.
I do need someone to love, and that someone is you.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny because that's one of the things that I had said myself was I want someone to be able to reciprocate the love that I give. And you were it.
Duh. That's why we're on our journey of love.
You're such a dork, I swear. The other one was lying.
Yes, I have lying as well.
Lying or just keeping things from my partner.
Now,
And
is that white lies or like omitting? Do you know what I mean by that?
No, what do you mean omitting?
Omitting, which is I'm going to tell you something,
You
but I'm
can't
going to
use big words
purposely.
in our podcast.
This is going to be a long journey.
What is omitting?
Omitting is purposely leaving out information. So I tell you something.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay. All right.
So don't omit and do not lie. Thou shalt not lie.
Continue.
That was it. Do not lie.
Do not lie. I mean, that's plain.
And do
plain
not
and simple.
keep things from me.
Okay.
Or what? I mean, this is me to you. So not keeping things from you. So
Yeah, you don't omit. You don't lie.
maybe when it comes to shopping.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm just kidding. But
You're not kidding. Because stuff
No.
come in Amazon and I just be like, and you be like, oh, my package.
actually, you don't even do that. You're really good because you're just like, you ordered something. Yeah. That's, oh. Or you want to know, like, oh, what's in the package? You don't get mad. So
You know?
that's good.
You just got a great husband.
I do.
Yeah.
But shut up. No, so I think that again, just lying to your partner, just it creates work having to keep up with those lies and
Yeah.
know what you said. Did you involve somebody else in it and be like, hey, say that I was with you when I went to go do this or whatever. So that's what I was just like, I'm going to be honest and I'm going to expect that honesty back, right? So I don't feel like you lie to me. You have like small, like what do you mean petty lies? They're dumb lies for no reason. It's so annoying. Like, did you take out the trash? Yeah, I did. Walk into the kitchen. I mean, I was going to.
Okay, that's just an example. I've never told that lie.
Okay, did you take out the meat to for it to defrost?
See, I used to get in trouble for that when I was little.
And you still get in trouble for it.
No, you just don't like the way I defrost the meat. That's all it is.
I don't, and you wait till the last minute. But go on.
Whatever.
So you said you have lying.
Yes, but you've already touched on that because it's the same thing for me.
That was gonna be like.
Yeah, just being honest, like not.
Well, is it lying or is it omitting lying?
It's the same.
Then why'd you ask me that?
Because you didn't know what omitting meant. What?
I hit you with the pillow.
What was another one of your points? Have we gone through all your points?
My other one was no trust.
That kind of goes in with lying,
So
in my opinion.
that one I kind of like. I don't want to say I battled with it too much, but I wasn't sure. It's just like, is it because this person had trust issues, or did their partner do something that now creates them to, they've lost that trust, and so now they no longer trust them. looking back at it, I feel like, and as a child, again, I don't know all of the backstories. Like, did someone do something to her to do the things that she did? But she would always be sneaking and going through their stuff. Like, whenever her boyfriend would go to work, and she'd just be like opening stuff that did not belong to her, and it's just like, why are you going through their stuff? Why? So, and it's so, to me, it's just like, what are you trying to find?
To say you go look for something, you're gonna find it.
Well, I remember this one situation she did, and she was not happy about it.
Yeah.
But one, we were older, but I remember seeing this, I don't know, I want to say maybe like in high school or something, and it was just like, again, why?
So do you think that trust issues, like I said, if this person, so for us, for instance, let's say I've never given you any reason to not trust me, right? Mm-hmm. But you still don't trust me. Why do you think that is?
Because you shouldn't trust any men. I'm just kidding. I would have trust issues because I do have trust issues.
That's why I asked the question.
I know I do have trust issues. Because I don't trust my manager. I don't trust colleagues. And sometimes I don't trust my own friends, and I have to like just talk myself out of it. But I don't know what.
You don't know what brings that.
What causes that?
Because
I feel like you were damaged so much in life, like so many people did you wrong, that now you just feel like you can't trust anybody. Like, that's what I feel was her experience. People consistently kept doing her wrong, and she really is a caring person. I was gonna say, it's a caring person. She loves to help others, but sometimes it's in helping, though it'd be the same people she's helping, she ends up finding, I don't even finding a reason. It's just, she just ends up doing something to kind of like either screw them over or I don't know. It's just, you end up doing, I want to say like you end up doing something evil or wrong to them. Like, you know what I mean? Again, taking advantage of them for no reason, just lying to them for no reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I don't know where mine came from. I'm pretty sure
that's where it came from.
I mean, who else?
And that's just, and the reason, and like I said, I asked because if a person has not given you any reason not to trust them, why does it, you're pretty much not trusting them based on what others have done to you in the past. It's like, yeah, that notion, like at some point you're gonna lose my trust, right?
Yeah, so then I have to guard myself and kind of be like a step ahead of screwing you over before you screw me over.
So let me ask you this, because people are gonna inevitably fail you at any right? People are gonna fail you.
Mm-hmm.
So does it matter on the severity of the issue of the thing that they do, as far as making you gain that level of trust back in them? or you're just not going to trust them no longer?
I'm pretty sure it depends. Like, if you lied to me about something stupid, like I'm on my way and you're really not on your way, the next time you tell me I'm on my way, I'm not going to believe you. Sister. But
You are aware some people operate on BPT.
what's PT?
Black people time.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta teach you the lingo. Y'all put in the comments or something. Yeah, give me some trivia. February is gonna be trivia month for my wife here. I'm gonna ingratiate her into the black culture, and then at the end of the month, if she does well, she gets another certification of a black card.
Oh my gosh.
Just being married to me does not get you validation.
I don't need validation.
You do.
I do not.
What are so we talked about the negatives that we're not trying to bring in, or did you have any other negatives that you wanted to touch on that you wrote down? I thought we touched on everything.
I think that was it. Oh, being verbally abusive.
Okay.
So I can't recall if we spoke on this before, but I know I've shared with you people arguing, raising their voices.
Triggers you.
Yeah, that's a trigger for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't do that. Like, I can have a disagreement with you, and then once it gets to a certain level, it's like, okay, we can talk about this tomorrow, or at a later time. But I don't recall. No, I'm pretty sure I have. I would say I don't recall if I've personally been in an abusive of like a verbally abusive relationship, but I have. I just remembered. So when I left that relationship, that was one thing that I told myself as well, is my next relationship, I can disagree with my partner without there being any name calling, without damaging any of each other's stuff. Things like that, or making threats. So I think that's definitely something that I've stood by.
Yeah, that's kind of the same for definitely not kind of, but definitely the same for me. Not being verbal or physical.
Yeah.
Because, like I said on the last episode, seeing growing up in a household where domestic violence was there, not wanting to be the one to dish that out, or even potentially receive that, even though I kind of did in my last marriage, because I mean, she tried to set me on fire before, so it's like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's like, and I was just like, yeah, no, it's just crazy. This is too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's something I definitely did not like being around. So I definitely don't want that want me to be in that type of environment. So
Yeah. And the crazy thing is like, again, like I didn't see my mom be in an abusive relationship. Not where she was a victim. But I know I was, and to me that was another thing that I had vowed myself, is just like, I wouldn't ever let a man put his hands on me, like, and stay in that relationship. Like the moment that it got to that point, I would leave.
yeah,
But it was crazy because when I was in that relationship, and so once it started getting physically abusive, I felt that that person had a reason. So I don't know, I guess probably because of my upbringing. Like my brother was essentially like our caretaker, because my mom would always be at work, right?
Yeah.
For the most part. So him being the person that would discipline us as well, and it would always come with like, one, he's going to pop us, but he would be like, you're getting this for a reason. Or, you know, a lot of the comments that are made is like, oh, if you're gonna cry, I'm gonna give you a reason to cry. Or you did XYZ, so you know what I mean. So anytime that you're getting beat, it's for a reason. So when I was in a relationship and this person was doing these things to me, I had it in my head, it's for a reason. I did something, so I deserve this. And he has every right to do this, you know. That's how I excused it. And like I said, getting out of that relationship.
on site.
Hindsight?
No.
On site?
Yeah, I said on site.
So getting out of that relationship, that's why I said there was just things that I viewed a lot like differently. And I said, when you are very aware of what are those red flags.
Yeah.
If that person is for you or if they are not, if they're really making these changes. I think whenever you're coming into a relationship with someone and you hit that moment of, oh, we have a disagreement, and you see how that person reacts.
Yeah.
If they're essentially throwing a tantrum and then just explode, right? Or completely just shut you out, and it's just like, I can bring it to your attention and see how you're going to correct that behavior or being reactive, right? And if you don't, then I know it's my time to walk away. Because I think whether I'm in a romantic relationship with someone or if we're speaking about a platonic relationship with someone, either way, if you're responding to me in a form that triggers me and I've voiced that to you and I've shared it, hey, don't do this, let's find a different way to resolve our issues, and you're disregarding that, then I shouldn't continue putting myself in that situation and having that relationship with you.
Yeah, I think with that, it's definitely a learned behavior. Like you said, because of how your brother disciplined you, you thought it was okay for him to do that in that relationship, or you made an excuse for it. Same thing with my mom. It happened to her when she was growing up. So you're familiar with that type of behavior. that's what, like I said with KJ, when she was
about the
like,
belt.
when you was like, you didn't want, you were uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
It made me start thinking. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that because I don't want her to think that it's okay.
Right.
But yeah, that learned behavior, and that's crazy that that's what it. Sometimes that's what it takes. It takes you to be in it for a while, and you to get to a certain point for you to break away from it.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, so that was my last one.
I was trying to come up with something in regards to what is it that I saw in my upbringing that I would like to bring into my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that I thought of, so I really can't say if it is a must or something that I would do, but it is to cater to my spouse, to cater to my partner. And I say that because growing up, I saw my mom waking up like at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to make lunch, for her partner. And the same thing in the evening, having dinner ready. So she was very, I say, old school. So don't come for me if you disagree. That's just my thought process, because a lot of people these days do not do that. So
yeah, no, it's not. It's definitely not in for. A lot of people don't do it, like you said, to where the wife or whomever wakes up and caters to the other on a consistent basis. I would say that.
And I remember doing that because.
Well, you do.
Okay, not with you.
Huh?
I was freshly out of high school and I was dating this person that I was with for 12 years. And I remember he had to be at work like at 6 o'clock in the morning. We stayed with his parents and I would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning to start making his lunch, right, for him to take to work. And his mom's like, why are you getting up early? Like, you shouldn't be doing this. But I'm like, I saw my mom do this, so I'm going to do this for him. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you're supposed to do. And when he gets home, dinner's supposed to be ready for him. You know what I mean? And so that's why I said, like, when I think of catering and the things that my mom was like, this is a woman's responsibility. You wash the dishes, you clean the house, you do the laundry, you fold clothes, put it up, cook lunch for him, have dinner, all of that. And I'm like, well, my
What was that list? You just say it again. The list of what? When you said it, you just realized something, didn't you? You said it and you realized a whole lot of stuff.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Okay, sorry. So yes, my husband just
I'm the wife. I work. I cook. I clean. I do the laundry.
Oh my goodness. You are a great husband. So I didn't bring it into the relationship.
But she says she's going to work on character. So I will keep you guys up to date.
Look.
It's funny. No, I know.
I do dishes sometimes. I cook dinner sometimes. I wash clothes and fold clothes sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But
majority
it's not
of
like
the
I
time.
don't do it at all.
Yes, you don't do it at all. Just, if we had to put a percentage on it,
It's like 80-20.
80-20. No, I mean, we've always said this. To me, I don't mind doing it. I don't mind doing it for the simple fact that I'm going to do whatever the house needs to function.
Yeah.
So if it's on days, if I'm the one that's needing to do it, then I'm going to do it. Now, by all means, if you come in and say, "Hey, I got it," I'm not going to put up a fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I see it. I guess I'm just different in that way. Cause it's funny, like I can, because I feel I would feel like I would be judged by your brother. Like he'd be like, "You cook and wash the dishes, Darius?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, and I just look at you. Yeah, but
no, but he told me. I don't even know if we were like official, but he had told me very early on in our relationship. I never forget this because no guy has ever told me this. I was washing dishes and putting them up, and he's like, "See, if you stay with me, you won't ever have to wash dishes."
Cap.
Little did I know.
Cap.
He was just saying that. Tell you, the lines guys will say.
Look here. It's Cap.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't say that.
Yes, you did.
I don't recall. Where the red challenge flag at?
God heard you. God heard you.
I don't recall that. I plead the fifth.
What do you have that you'd still bring in?
Besides
Besides washing clothes.
being Cinderella. For me, it was more so of showing or being loyal. But I understood where my loyalty needs to be applied. So if my partner is showing me all the right things and giving me the reciprocating the affection and the love, and being kind, and we're equally yoked and we're moving in a positive direction, then yes, I'm going to remain firm and loyal to that person in the relationship. Not just being blindly loyal just because I'm wanting a relationship. So just that's what I brought in, this loyalty.
You're pretty loyal.
Yeah.
Yes.
You only said that because I wash dishes.
Actually, I washed dishes today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I cooked dinner.
Good job.
And I did laundry and both.
Yeah, you did good. This episode's coming up. You're trying to, Trying to get some points. It didn't work. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's what we have for romantic relationships and breaking chains. So,
I would say, what advice would you give to someone who, I would say, I guess so. What advice would you give to a 20-year-old Daria? So, you know,
If by chance we have like any male viewers who are young and don't have any role models that are showing them the right way to I don't say the right way, but you know what I mean, like how to treat their significant other, and what
what would I tell them?
Yeah, what would you tell them?
For I would say definitely first, be true to who you are. Don't change who you are to try to make someone else happy. When it comes to, you always treat yourself with respect. Treat that other person with respect at all times, regardless of how they are acting or treating you. You still, even if they're treating you in a not so good way, you still have a level of respect for yourself to not degrade yourself to doing anything that they're trying to trigger you to do. That's on that aspect. But you always want to treat your partner, like I said, with respect, with love, and with care. Put yourself in a mindset of, if you have any close relationships with any female in your life, how would you want them to be treated by another male, whether it's your daughter, whether it's your sister, mom, aunt, what have you, cousins? How would you want them to be treated? Would you be okay with their partner doing them wrong? If that answer is no, wait. Yeah, if you would have a problem with how their partner is treating them, if they're being mistreated, then you need to reevaluate how you're treating your partner. And last but certainly not least, make sure that you root yourself and connect yourself with God, because that he is the one that's going to give you the pathway and the answers to be able to move in a way and act in a way that is beneficial for you and your household. So that's what I would say.
Good job.
Yeah. So what would you tell a young woman, or, to not cook, not clean, do laundry? No.
I wouldn't tell them not to do it.
No, what would be your advice on how to, for a young lady how to treat her partner? Because Lord knows the way that the culture and everything is moving today, it's all about, oh, I'm a bad bitch, I'll do this and all that.
Don't be a baddie.
But how do you give advice to a young lady to be exactly that? Move in a way of being a young woman and a young lady, and not, like you said, a baddie.
Yeah.
I always say have respect for yourself. And this is something that I say to our daughter all the time. I don't care who it is, whether it is a guy and whether this is a romantic relationship or friendships. But others will always treat you the way they see that you carry yourself. And if you don't have respect for yourself, then those other people are not going to have respect for you. So definitely always carry yourself with that respect. Know your worth, and love yourself. Because when you love yourself, you know what is for you and what is not. You're not going to sit there and settle for someone else. You're not going to go and just try to get someone else's attention just to have them in your life. Again, staying or even being in a toxic relationship won't even happen because you love yourself. You know, I wouldn't do this to myself. I deserve better. You cut it short. So definitely carry yourself with that. And when you're in a relationship, treat that person the way that you would like to be treated. My biggest thing is, as a female, there's no reason why you should be stepping up to a man and thinking that you can just start swinging on them like you are a man. Because yes, you might have some that are respectful and won't swing back at you, but then you have some that, you know, you never know what they've been bottled up with, and they might snap on you, or, you know, they'll just come at you again and start swinging on you as well. So you don't want to put yourself in that situation. I think that you already have that instinct of whether this is a good relationship. I'm able to work through it because my partner shows me that they're wanting to work through it, or they don't.
Yeah.
And if they don't, walk away.
Yep. And be comfortable with being by yourself for a time. Everybody's going to end up finding that person who they're with, but take the time. If you are single, be okay with that. Like he said, learn yourself. Learn how to love yourself. Learn your worth. So that way, you know your worth. That other person is going to know your worth because of what you're showing them and what they're getting from you. And just to piggyback off of what you said in regards to not being physical, please do not put your hands on, and that's just for guy and girl, do not put your hands on anyone that you're romantically or even platonically involved with. It's not worth it. If you feel yourself getting to that point, remove yourself from the situation. If you get to that point in a relationship that you're in and you're like, I will knock this person's head off their shoulders, then that probably is not a relationship that you need to be in any longer that you've already been in.
Yeah.
Love shouldn't be that toxic to that point to where you feel like that, which is going to be a topic we're going to talk about.
Yes.
So,
I just think that, again, and I can say this for myself, I was probably within my early 30s when I finally could look myself in the mirror and say that I loved myself. So throughout my 20s, I didn't have that respect for myself. I didn't value myself. I most definitely did not have, again, any love for what I saw in the mirror and nor what I thought of myself. So I allowed myself, or I allowed others to disrespect me. I allowed others to really belittle me and not have any type of respect for me. And I was okay with that because in my mind, I thought I deserved that. And once I grew to love me for me, once I got closer to God as well and started having him back in my life, then I knew what was for me and what wasn't, what I could tolerate and what I shouldn't tolerate. And then that was it. So most definitely, do not settle. Have the time to yourself if you need to be, and really get to know yourself and grow in whichever way it is that you feel is best for you. One of our things, and I know it's a future topic, but is setting our boundaries. And I always say is having those healthy boundaries is what's best for you. People don't like when you set boundaries. People that have been in your life don't like it when you set those boundaries and now you're sharing those with them. And I always say is, if you set boundaries for those people and they're against them, then they're not true friends, or they don't truly care about you because they would respect that of you. So then you'd have to reevaluate your whole circle as well. But again, just love yourself most of all. That's what I would say.
Yep. All right. And as
no
always,
fighting.
No fighting. No fighting for sure. And as always, we close out with a prayer.
Yes.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you. Thank you for allowing us to wake up and see another blessed day. Continue to bless us. Continue to bless our viewers. Guide everyone to seek you, dear Heavenly Father. We pray that this message touches those, and you just continue to help them grow in the right way in their relationships. Prayerfully, this touches someone and helps them become better. And in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, guys. As always, like, share,
Subscribe,
and comment. Please, please, please comment. Thank you guys for always joining us on our journey. Peace and love.
Till next time. Peace and love.
Peace.
Love you guys.
And love.
Next on our journey of love.
And today on our journey of love, we are talking about two important pillars in life and in relationships. And what are those two pillars? We are talking about honesty and transparency today. Definitely depending on how serious the relationship is going to be. If it's just, casually dating or whatever, then maybe not so much. I mean, you still want to be transparent.
No, I was going to say, you should still be telling people what you want.
No.
If you don't want a serious relationship, be honest.
Right.
Tell that person you don't want
course.
something serious. My expectation of my partner is that I shouldn't ever come to you about something where your response is going to be, I didn't lie to you, I just didn't tell you.
That's tough right there.
Because
that's tough.
What you are giving, it's just like you're withholding information, and in my opinion, I feel like that is the same thing.
Yeah, no, I mean you're pretty much, you're withholding information and you're lying to me in all honesty.
Yes.
Because it's like we talked about last episode, omitting. Mm-hmm. It's like, I know this, And to me, that's even worse than
Yes.
I'm telling you, but I'm leaving stuff out but I just don't tell you at all, and you have to hear about it from somebody else. That's way worse.